Significant progress made on day 6 of the oil spill aftermath. Wrecked vessels still not positively identified. Marshall Montano wins National Calypso competition, and in sports, Roxborough Secondary Top Secondary School Track and Field Championships. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Monday, 12th February 2024. As we continue to cover the oil spill in Tobago, in the aftermath, disaster now entering its 6th day, significant progress has been observed along the coastlines stretching from Scarborough to Cove. Cleanup crews have achieved notable success at Rockley Bay, where substantial removal of heavy oil deposits have revealed sand once obscured, particularly around the iconic I Love Tobago sign. Despite these advancements, oil residue persists on nearby rocks, posing continued challenges. Meanwhile, the Tobago Emergency Management Agency TEMA has proactively responded, recently delivering Cansorb to the Magdalena Grand Hotel. Cansorb, a biodegradable substance renowned for its oil-absorbing properties, promises to facilitate the cleanup process significantly. In the meantime, high-level officials, including Minister of Energy and Energy Industries Stuart Young, Oil Spill Response Limited representatives and the TEMA's director Alan Stewart have visited the primary operational zones. These visits aim to bolster coordination and ensure effective deployment of resources. In a separate development, a thorough mission was undertaken at Cano Bay to assess the extent of the oil spill's impact. Oil booms placed around the wreckage in Cove are failing, and oil continues to escape into the sea. Larger oil booms are expected to be in Tobago anytime now, but workers involved in the mission to deploy them are frustrated with the slow pace of the containment mission. They are also worried about the impact. Reporter Candice Jackson has the details.
As cleanup efforts continue in Tobago, oil leaks steadily from the wrecked Gulfstream vessel, which mysteriously ended up upside down on a reef in the waters around Cove Estate. The oil boom placed on Saturday to contain the oil around the wreck is failing. Since Saturday, only one oil boom was placed around the wreck. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine admitted it is inadequate and that secondary booms must be deployed until larger booms arrive in Tobago. However, all that has been done since is adjusting the placement of Saturday's boom. Captain Roderick Anthony, also known as Slacky, is one of the individuals responsible for placing the boom with his pilot vessel, Captain Harry. He was also one of the first to spot the capsized vessel and has not stopped working since. Captain Anthony is not pleased with the efforts being made.
And again, what I want out of this, we're not getting what we're supposed to get out of this. We're supposed to be getting more out of this. Right? Some on land and just running up and down the place and sitting, and some out at sea, just doing it. And we really need a team together to come and do this.
Anthony is also dissatisfied with the length of time it is taken for the necessary equipment to arrive from Trinidad.
Things that we need to get, we have to wait for it coming up from Trinidad, and we are in a twin island of Trinidad and Tobago. If Trinidad have it, we're supposed to have it also. You know, and sitting here and waiting for that, it frustrated. It is very frustrating because
he continues to render the services despite the stressful situation. Meanwhile, divers are struggling to figure out how to stop the leak. Director of the Tobago Marine Safety and Security Services Limited, Alvin Douglas, said it has been challenging for the divers.
The assessment was that it is in a very dangerous place. So in order for them to find or to pinpoint the source of the leakage, it's almost impossible because the wreck is totally overturned and it's still banging on the floor, on the coral floor.
ROVs are also affected by poor visibility. Divers continue to try daily, but each time they go underwater, their equipment gets ruined.
They were drenched in oil. The equipment is all drenched in oil. Everybody's all drenched in oil. As much as possible, we try to save the equipment, but when the scuba equipment is something that once you touch oil, it's no good anymore.
Douglas believes getting the vessel off the reef is the most effective solution.
But for now, to me, it's an emergency, and it is bordering on being a disaster for Tobago. So we need to move the vessel from there into a more stable place where
Moving the wreck is being explored on a governmental level where international assistance might be needed. There is no confirmation as yet as to when that might occur. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Works and Transport, Rohan Sinanan, has assured that equipment needed from Trinidad to aid in minimizing the oil spill takes precedence on the Cabo Star.
We're also ensuring that whatever is needed from Trinidad gets priority on the fast ferries and the cargo vessel. Because as said by the Chief Secretary, a lot of the equipment and so has to come from Trinidad. We are making sure that Tobago gets that priority to have whatever it needs on board the vessels.
He shared that additional trucks will be loaded to bring equipment to the island. Some of them arrived yesterday. He expressed his support for the cause. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley hosted a press conference yesterday addressing the ongoing oil spill issue. Chief Secretary Fale Augustine, who was also part of the press conference, provided details about the spill, addressing its impact on Tobago's wildlife. Ariana Scipio has the report.
Chief Secretary Fale Augustine addressed concerns about the ownership of the overturned vessel. He said the vessel's IMO number had not been identified and that the next task was to use infrared to determine its structure. Augustine also spoke about the effects of the spill on wildlife.
The fifth task that we have been on is wildlife rescue and rehabilitation. We have workers from both the Department of Natural Resources and the Environment, along with a company brought in by Heritage.
Augustine said that they are continuously looking for any affected animals, noting that the impact has been minimal thus far.
But they are out there working both day and night, because in the night there are some animals that are more prevalent than in the day.
Meanwhile, the Chief Secretary shared that divers have been at the site of the vessel every day and were being supported by a team sent by Maritime. He also said Coast Guards have conducted 2 dives at the site.
And it's important to understand that it is inordinately difficult for them to dive there. The vessel continues to bob up and down on the seafloor, on the reefs, and so at the base you only have about a foot of clarity, of visibility.
Augustine explained that diving near the vessel is dangerous and that the divers cannot get as close to the vessel as they would like. He said, however, that many people have volunteered to help clean up the oil spill. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
You want to be back, don't tell you be here. On the road you behind, the jockey go be quick. If you want to feel alive, then switch to the winning side. You see how we move in style, is a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe with Be Mobile.
Come and see what plan you could get. See what plan you could get. Come and see what plan you could, see what plan you could, see what plan you could get. All of the plan the best, all of the plans the best. Come and see what plan you could, see what plan you could. Be Mobile. Top it up, top it up, top it up, top it up, top it up.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has assured citizens that all efforts are being made to determine the identity of the overturned vessel discovered by Lambo fishermen in waters near Cove last Wednesday. At a press conference held in Tobago on Sunday, Dr. Rowley said, apart from the vessel's identity, its contents must be determined as it may potentially cause more harm to the island.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley stated that they have not been able to determine the physical nature of the vessel.
Because only the keel of the vessel is visible and its identifying physical characteristics are in water that we can't penetrate for the moment. But we are doing all that is possible to answer these questions.
Dr. Rowley noted that everything that needs to be done is being done and will be done to minimize and eventually eradicate the threat that this vessel has posed. He disclosed that a test is being done to determine the contents of the cargo on the vessel.
And I presume that sometime in the not too distant future, we'll determine what other cargo and quantum might be on board. Because we haven't been able to determine whether it is bunker fuel, fuel for propulsion in the vessel, or raw crude.
The Prime Minister said that they do not have these answers at this point and hopes that they can provide answers going forward. He also highlighted the issue of the cost being incurred to respond to this unexpected incident, noting that it was not budgeted for, but the government will do what is necessary.
We are in the containment phase now. This phase will remain as long as the vessel is there and is a threat with contents that could foul our environment.
Dr. Rowley explained that they want to move from the containment phase to the phase of emptying the vessel, stressing that the vessel cannot stay there spewing its contents.
As if we do that, we then will be at the mercy of the tide and the weather, because fortunately, the weather is good right now. So the booms are effective in holding the spill in the zone that it's in.
He said if the weather changes significantly, the behavior of the oil spill can change. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Switching to carnival news, Marshall Montano is the new Calypso Monarch champion. This follows last night's highly anticipated National Calypso Monarch Competition 2024 during the Marsh Gras. 12 Calypsonians participated in the competition. More in this report by Trevicia Phillips.
Now you want to go back, they say you're too old to Calypso.
Marshall Montano rose to the pinnacle of the National Calypso Monarch competition with his captivating rendition titled Soul of Calypso. Montano's stellar performance earned him the prestigious title and secured him a cash prize of $500,000. He was also awarded a Suzuki Grand Vitara courtesy of Lifestyle Motors, valued at $300,000.
From tired we head with crowd like Baptist to jumping and waving flag to one. Soca is a spiritual bacchanalist, just like Calypso. So let me hear you. Calypso is soca, and soca is Calypso.
Securing the second spot was Karine Ashe with her powerful rendition, No Excuse, which earned her a cash prize of $500,000. Roderick Chuck Gordon clinched the third position with his impressive performance of Charlesy, which earned him a cash prize of $350,000.
I must submit my reproach. Here we were, you are for me. Here we were, you turned humans into products of your trade. After slavery is the slave masters you paid. Sort out yourself.
Michael Tejas's performance of the beloved soca song D&E secured him fourth place in the competition. However, defending Calypso Monarch Dwayne Tizaya O'Connor landed ninth position with his Calypso entitled Focus.
And Captain, the ship might be sinking, yes, but we as people willing to try our best.
Tobagonian contender Dylan Thomas, known by his stage name Dilly Swede, unfortunately found himself in the last position, number 12, with his performance of It Wasn't Me. Thomas, as Tobago's reigning Calypso Monarch, qualified automatically for the National Calypso Monarch, ensuring Tobago's representation in the competition.
I strongly rebuke, like you take me for Jew. I don't need no grass to cover me. I know you
Trevicia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
Crown Point traditionally draws a large crowd for Juve festivities, but that was not the case for this year's National Carnival. Our news crew were in Crown Point this morning to capture the action.
Crown Point Juve has seen better days regarding the number of participants and bands. Only 3 bands were on the road this year: Bagel Limers, Moon Over Water, Sin City and Asylum, and Sugar Lips and Friends. There was a lot of controversy in the lead up to the National Carnival, discouraging the participation of bands and revelers alike. But Ricardo Maximum, the band leader of Moon Over Water, Sin City and Asylum, stated they were not deterred from getting on the road for a 10th year.
Besides all the controversy, we decided to keep the vibes alive, no matter what. We represented, we have to present something, and we're here now.
For Bagel Limers, it was all about doing it for the love of Carnival and not for the money.
Bagel Limers is a year-long band. We enter Plymouth.
I love this man.
Point 410, Tobago Carnival, Trinidad Tobago Carnival, and we love what we're doing. We doesn't do it for no profit, you know. What we're doing is for the love of our culture.
All 3 bands attracted many domestic and international participants who seemed oblivious to all the controversy and were only there to enjoy themselves. Ray from England said he loves Carnival in Tobago, so much so that he is here for a 2nd year with 8 of his family members.
We have to go to sleep early, get up late. We are 2nd time I've been to Tobago. I love Tobago. I love it. The people here are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I've been enjoying it very well.
One of the reasons why he enjoys Juve so much is because it reminds him of a similar Hindu celebration.
Because my parents are from India, we have Holi. So Holi in there is Juve, so it's the same thing. So I'm used to it, so I love it. All the colours. Look at this.
While it may not have had the flair of past Juves, for the revelers in Crown Point, it was nothing but joy and freedom as they let loose and dance in paint and powder. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
So while most revelers flocked to Crown Point and Roxborough for Juve, one band of dedicated carnival lovers decided they were going to have Juve in Scarborough. Reporter Candice Jackson witnessed the revelry and has the story.
Padang Pan would steel pan through the streets of Scarborough. These revelers were not daunted by their small numbers and carried on with the vibes of a band several thousand strong. Band leader Padang Pan, David Mirage, is determined to not allow Carnival in Scarborough to die.
Tongue is where Carnival is, you know. Tongue is where Carnival is.
Among the band were people who enjoy reveling in Scarborough, no matter the size of the crowd or the bands, like Robert Marshall. He displayed his own mask, which took aim at the THA for how they handled Carnival this year.
Even though my foot 30 men and my wheelchair there are going because stupidness is stupidness. I feel sorry after 70-something years, we now invent something that kill something that we had before.
Despite the small numbers on Juve morning, David Mirage has a dream that Scarborough will be branded with Pan on the road for a different kind of carnival experience.
Well, we are very avid supporters for Pan music, and we strongly believe that Scarborough should be kept Pan specific, Pan only. Crown Point has a very good product with their music trucks, so does Roxborough, and we would like to make sure that Scarborough stays very Pan-specific.
It is certainly a vibe that other revelers like David Singh and Gerald Balfour loved.
We're having fun today. We're having fun. It's only one thing. No matter where it is, whether it's Roxborough, Scarborough, Crown Point, make sure you have safe fun. Make sure you enjoy yourself. I have one thing I gotta say. Drink some puncheon.
Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Our sports report is up next.
Yo everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Storby, Local Road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Carnival is here. But before you hit the streets, make your home the ultimate party zone. Standard says, make it stage ready, now for now. Get dazzling deals on TVs, furniture, appliances, everything to impress your guest. 10% cash back, easy financing, plus no down payment. Now's the time to shine. Visit Standards today. Let them make your home the star of Carnival.
Welcome to sports. Roxborough Secondary School won the Tobago Secondary Schools Track and Field Championships recently held at the Dwight York Stadium. Here's more in this Marcus Daniel report.
Roxborough Secondary topped the charts at the 2024 Tobago Secondary Schools Track and Field Championship. The two-day event was held at the Dwight York Stadium on Wednesday and Thursday. Roxborough ended with 398 and 476 points in the women and men team rankings respectively. Cheslin Gordon led the charge in the individual event with gold medals in the boys under 17 200 meters, 400 meter hurdles and triple jump. However, it was their performances in the relays that stole the spotlight. The team of Johansson Beckles, Deontay Thomas, Keelan Stewart and Darius Moore stormed to victory in the boys 17 plus 4x1.
Space side, Signal Hill, Scarborough Secondary, Roxborough. Scarborough Secondary powering down the back stretch. Scarborough Secondary on the second changeover. Roxborough, my goodness, Signal Hill has dropped the baton. But Roxborough Secondary, Space side having a good third leg. Let's see how the final bend will go. The Space side, but it's Roxborough. Hey. Roxborough!
They also captured the boys under 17 4x1 and boys under 17 4x4. Bishop's High dominated the under 15 4x4, winning both the boys and girls. Bishop's also captured the boys under 15 4x1. Signal Hill Secondary also enjoyed some success in the relays, winning the boys under 15 4x1, girls 17 plus 4x4, and girls under 17 4x4. Other standouts over the 2 days were national athlete Alex Henry, who won gold for Signal Hill in the girls under 17 100 and 200 meters. Scarborough Secondary's Malachi Cordner mirrored Henry's performances in the boys under 17. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
Well, the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association elections are scheduled for some time in April. However, the Tobago Football Association President Everton Alfred said he will not participate until football in Tobago improves. Marcus Daniel once again with the report.
Tobago Football Association President Everton Alfred is staying clear of the upcoming elections of the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association to be held tentatively in April until football on the island is the way it's supposed to be. His board members comprising himself, Desmond Alfred, first vice president, Carol Percy, second vice president, and Ronald Duke, the third vice president, will meet with several items on the agenda to be discussed, including the elections and a discussion on the recent amendments to the Football Association Constitution, which were all accepted at the extraordinary meeting on January 28. Alfred assured that he is one person on the island who is anything but interested in the election of a new executive of the TNTFA. However, he said he is more than willing to work with anyone who is elected. In addition, the Tobago Football Association will also focus on clubs being compliant as well as the new safeguarding policies. So far, the coming TNTFA elections, the final mandate given to the FIFA-appointed Normalization Committee back in 2020, has generated huge interest, with a few candidates making their clear intentions. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Answer McCall Group.
A new route was established for Scarborough's traditional mass and parade of the bands. A media release by the Tobago Festivals Commission on Sunday noted that bands will begin parading from Gardenside Street, heading north towards Post Office Street. Left and proceed to Market Square Car Park. Enter Market Square Car Park from the Post Office Street entrance. The bands will then exit the Market Square Car Park and turn right onto Wilson Road. They'll parade down the traffic lights, turning right onto the Claude Noel Highway and ending at Rockley Vale traffic lights. The new route took effect today and will remain in place for Tuesday's festivities. This comes after Saturday's junior parade of the bands was cancelled due to health and safety concerns stemming from a major oil spill in Tobago. Although the juniors were subsequently accommodated at Sunday's Kiddies Carnival in Roxborough, band leaders clamored for a new route in Scarborough. The grand finale of Panorama 2024 concluded in a crescendo of musical brilliance last Saturday night as the large band conventional category finals brought together Trinidad and Tobago's finest steel orchestras in a captivating display of talent and artistry. Ultimately, there was a first-place tie between BP Renegades and Massey All Stars. More in this report by Travicia Phillips.
The climax of Panorama 2024 unfolded last Saturday night with the electrifying large band conventional category finals, where a captivating showdown ensued among Trinidad and Tobago's finest steel orchestras. BP Renegades and Massey Trinidad All Stars emerged as joint victors, clinching first place with an impressive 285 points each. BP Renegades stole the spotlights with their enchanting rendition of the season's beloved soca anthem, DNA, sung by Michael Tasia and arranged by Tobagonian virtuoso Duvon Stewart. Meanwhile, Massey Trinidad All Stars gave a powerful performance of their tune of choice, Inventor. Republic Bank Exodus, another formidable contender, delivered a spellbinding performance of Long Time, amassing a commendable 283 points, narrowly missing the top spot by a mere 2 points. However, not all Tobagonian arrangers savoured the taste of victory. Kirsch Ramsey and O.J. Richards, who combined their talents to arrange for Trinidad band Nutrient Silver Stars, found themselves in 7th place. Despite their efforts and the stirring rendition of Inventor, their composition earned them 277.5 points. Travicia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
Trinidad and Tobago witnessed a groundbreaking moment during the BP TT Large Conventional Band's finals last Saturday night. A mesmerizing drone light show illuminated the sky, marking a historic first for the nation. This awe-inspiring display, made possible through a collaboration between Tobago, the Inter-American Development Bank and Caribbean Airlines, captivated the audience with its vibrant portrayal of the national flag, the steel pan, and more. The innovative fusion of technology and tradition added an extra layer of excitement to the event and sparked conversations about the future of national celebrations. With its dazzling visuals and eco-friendly approach, there's speculation whether drone light shows could potentially replace traditional fireworks in future festivities across Trinidad and Tobago. Now for the weather update from the T&T Met Office. Tonight, expect primarily fair conditions with the possibility of 1 or 2 isolated showers. Temperatures will drop to around 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow's forecast calls for generally sunny skies with haze and occasional breeziness, although there's a low chance of isolated showers. The atmosphere carries a mild to moderate concentration of Saharan dust. Temperatures are anticipated to reach 32 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 35 degrees. Additionally, a yellow level hazardous seas warning has been issued, with waves forecasted up to 2.5 meters in open waters and below 1.5 meters in sheltered areas. Sunrise is scheduled for 6:24, followed by sunset at 6:09. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines before we go. Significant progress made on day 6 of the oil spill aftermath. Wrecked vessels still not positively identified. Marshall Montano wins National Calypso competition. And in sports, Roxborough Secondary tops Secondary School Track and Field Championships. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a good night.